Triples with bonfires is a little slow. It's vulnerable, and you need all your spells all the time, and that like screws up the flexibility of your deck just because you're forced to hold back spells. But as you see, he goes Seachrome Coast, Delver Secret, the perfect start, and
Precisely
the biggest card Nyapod could play against an early Delver opponent is Thalia. I mean, hopefully, Mike, as you can see, he has a land, but I have been Thalia locked with keeping Delver Ponder before. It's such a scary thought, but it happens. But we are going to be moving away from that. And Cavern did name human since there's a Copperline Gorge and a Gut Shot for paying 1 mana and 2 life, since Thalia forces you to pay an extra mana.
Mike Prokop got to be very happy about that.
Getting rid of Thalia, yes, it just cripples the Delver decks with all of their cheap cantrips. And here's another Delver. This game is going to be really rough for Eric unless he could have another land and a bonfire. This is exactly what he needs. He only has 2 bonfires on his list, but if he has one of them in his hand, he would... I mean, this would almost be game-breaking, but if he doesn't, this game's probably over.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like he has another bonfire in his hand.
All right, a little off there.
If he did, it would have been a little bit strange for him to not cast it.
Yeah, he just drew Blade Splicer, exactly what he wanted before he played the Visionary. And there's a Thought Scour to turn these Delver Secrets into Insectile Aberrations. 1/1s into 3/2 flyers.
Completely reasonable board state for turn 3.
Yeah, so Mike gets in for 6 damage, dropping Holmes to 13.
Especially after your opponent has already Sphere of Resistance to you.
Yeah. Cast Sphere of Resistance, die.
Fair and balanced.
Yeah. And here's
Thought
that
Scour. So Vapor Snag and a Ponder into Mike Prokop's graveyard, and that's pretty nice for him. That's going to make his Rune Chanter Spikes bigger, and it's going to give his Snapcaster Mages a lot more value as he draws them.
Oh yeah, it's great to have a Vapor Snag in your graveyard for your Snapcaster Mages. Gutshot's alright, but I just... Like, the only real way that Eric can potentially get back in this game is to play Huntmaster, and maybe Mike would flat out from it, but if he has a Snapcaster Mage, that's just impossible. Like, these Insectile Aberrations are just going to keep flying and keep killing him unless he finds a Miracle Bonfire.
Yeah, I mean, Eric's going to want a Miracle Bonfire here. I think that's his game plan.
I don't think you want to be trading 6 damage for 1.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah. Alright, Cavern comes down, and here is a Phyrexian Metamorph to copy Insectile Aberration just to try to put some defenses up. If Mike doesn't have one of his 1 dismembers, any more of his Vapor Snags, or a Snapcaster Mage, it's probably going to trade and maybe give him a chance to get back in this game. It turns his clock from a 3-turn clock into a 5-turn clock, and more effectively. Like, it's probably a 2-turn clock and a 4-turn clock.
I mean, Mike still has a full grip.
All right,
Another Scour here. I mean, if Mike has a Pike, Mike's Pike is awful big here.
Yeah, Mike's Pike would be pretty good. Double Gut Shot, dropping Mike to 13, and almost locking this game up.
Is Land Pike lethal here?
Yes, very.
That's right. 7 plus.
Very lethal.
No, it's exactly. Very. Come on.
Well, 0 life is dead, and that's very lethal. All right, is it on the top of his deck? He really needs it to be there. All right, so at this position, 1 life is practically 0, but I do see a flip card, and the only flip card he has is Huntmaster, so a Huntmaster will give him a chance to play 1 more turn. Since Mike, without a Pike, will not be able to deal 3 damage, an additional 3 damage. Elvish Visionary comes in for 1, dropping Mike down to 12. And here comes Huntmaster declaring that he is using his human land.
So he's going to gain 2 here. Make a wolf.
All right. Yeah, there's the wolf token. From Star City's own Kristen Plaskow.
At this point, he's really got to hope that Mike pretty much has nothing, but Mike didn't play a 4th land, so we can be pretty sure that there's something.
Alright, Snapcaster Mage, bringing back Vapor Snake, bouncing the wolf.
Eric now dropping to 8 from that. And if
Yeah,
that's an image in Mike's hand, then he just wins.
I'm pretty sure after he does all that, it's lethal. Okay, Ponder. I mean, this is also going to force the Huntmaster to block, which is just really bad for Eric.
Yeah.
Why is it
Mike,
that
after getting a free Vapor Snag out of the Snapcaster Mage, is now going to force Eric to block the Huntmaster?
this deck is just so good? It's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, you're always telling me how bad you think it is.
But
I
see,
mean, I
but
just
I don't
disagree.
play. Well, I never play decks that like 4 positions like this. I play decks that have like 4 Whip Players, 4 Images, 4 like 2 Sun Titans, 4 Elishnorns, and Barrel Rights. That's all I play.
Yeah, and then it doesn't seem this good.
No. Alright, 8 damage comes in. This is going to force Huntmaster to trade with a Snapcaster Mage. Eric goes to 2, needs a Miracle Bonfire real bad, but Mike might even have the Mana Lake. Oh, tapping out. There's the Lethal Pike, and the Lethal Delver, and the Lethal Delver. We need it here, we need it now. Oh, a Thragtusk, but it's a turn late. That Pike.
Not going to be able to
Yeah.
do it.
Alright, so we're going to game 2, but Eric is not completely out of this, and we are going to be coming back to the booth because we are going to be giving away something very
6
special.
free months of Star City Games Premium.
6
content.
free months of Star City Games premium membership. What? I don't know exactly. How should I say that? That's very formal and makes people want it. 6 free months of premium.
6 free months of premium, man. That's
it?
That's a pretty long time.
All right, 6 3 months of premium. What you get with that is content from Jerry and I. We've been working a lot together. We've been doing a lot of playtest videos. I think they're going great. They keep getting better and better. GBTV and our very own articles. You get stuff from Brian Kibler, which he loves to post a lot of videos. You get Michael Flores, Patrick Chapman, tons of people. And to get that, you're going to tweet at SCG Live the answer to the question that we are going to ask you.
Yeah, and I mean, what I would like to know is what enchantment that kind of was completely overlooked when it was released. I'd like to know. So, what enchantment was recently reprinted? What aura? What aura was recently reprinted in M13 that increased the viability of the Infect strategy? This is originally a card from Urza's block. I believe it's from Urza's Legacy originally.
Is it Dark Favor?
Maybe it's Dark Favor.
It's not Dark Favor.
It's not Dark Favor.
No.
But you probably know what I'm talking about, but I'd like to know what aura has pushed this Infect deck over the edge.
All right, second
Made it
hint.
viable.
What happens when it dies? You draw
Toss back to
card?
your hand.
Oh, that looked like a draw motion.
Yeah. Well, that's
Okay.
it coming back from your graveyard.
Oh, okay. All right. What's the answer, guys? Tweet at SCG Live, and you will find out.
Yeah. Remember to tweet to hashtag SCG Premium
Yes, hashtag SCG Premium. Sorry about that.
and give yourself a shot to win 6 free months of Star City Premium.
Yeah.
Pretty
Ton.
cool stuff. I mean, it can really bring your game to the next level. You know, a lot of people, when they're first starting out, there are some difficult questions you need to ask yourself when you're trying to start playing competitive Magic. Knowing how to sideboard, those things can be really difficult.
Yes.
Reading these columns can give you that information. Watching these people play, they'll explain their reasoning to you. And if you disagree, you don't have to follow it, but at least you have their line of thought.
Or if you just need what's up and current with Trading Post, you can just, come see what I've been doing because it probably involves Trading Post.
Trading Post is pretty sweet.
All right, so let's look at this sideboard for Eric. Since he's down a game, a couple things. He just needs to make sure he does some good things right now. So he has a Bonfire in the sideboard, which I do like when you're the Naya deck. Blue-white usually has to board their counterspells out, making Bonfire better. Plus, you don't have any removal. So I like the Bonfire. I want a Stinger Fling Spider. I want the extra Thrag Tusk, and I probably want that Dismember. So I want like 4 cards to come in, and he's probably going to take out some of his slower end that just doesn't do anything. Like, I don't think you need an Infernal Titan. I don't think you need the Hero. I don't think you need the Zell's Conscripts.
Yeah, I've never really liked the Zell's Conscripts against
Delver.
any sort of Delver matchup.
Eric Holmes leads off with an Unhinged Forest, followed by Mike Prokop's Delver of Secrets, Seachrome Coast. The exact same thing he did last game. All right.
A very nice start, to be sure.
Cavern into Thalia.
A little bit stronger on the... Oh, he was on the play last game, too.
Yeah. All right. Well, look at that. Mike drew another Delver. All right. Delver of Secrets number 2, and passing back to Eric Holmes. Eric draws for the turn. Taps 2 mana, plays Elvish Visionary.
So, I think is that a Thrag Tusk that he found there?
I know he found a land. He doesn't attack with a Stellia. I don't like that. I want the... You have to put pressure on Mike because there's a good chance that his Delvers aren't going to do anything. And if you attack with the Thalia, what's he going to Gutshot your Elvish Visionary again for 2? No.
I mean, that would just be awesome for you if you did something to clear the way for that.
So so Eric just missed 2 points of damage, which could be really crucial in this game. Pretty soon here, we're going to be racing.
Mike paying 2 mana for that Ponder. Not quite as efficient as normal, and still unable to find.
Actually,
that Thalia.
Ponder under a Thalia is about the most fair Ponder that's in the format.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's still completely fine.
People would pay 2 mana for Ponder. Maybe not this aggressive of a deck. But there's probably a deck out there that would pay 2 mana for a Ponder.
Yeah, Mike's got an interesting decision here, because the top of his deck is 3 cards that do not flip Delver of Secrets.
Oh,
However,
wow.
it's Snapcaster Mage, Blade Splicer. And I think you have to shuffle it. You have 2 Delvers on the board. But
really shocking update. Infect 2-0'd Wolf Run Blue already.
some big news there.
Yeah.
The teleprompter telling us that Brad was right.
I told him that they'd be done before this match even could get 2 games done.
Yeah, so Eric Holmes.
All right,
he's
so
in a
now,
good position here.
yeah, now he decides to send in because he's going to follow up with Huntmaster at the Fells. Ooh, has the gut shot. Mike drops to 17. Eric Holmes is going to be going up to 22 after he casts his Huntmaster and gains 2 life.
And Eric's gotta like his
Oh,
position.
he doesn't have... Oh, that's the problem. He doesn't have a 3rd land.
Ooh.
Ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, that's scary. Starting to drop life and not putting pressure on your opponent. But what he can do next turn is he can... Oh, he doesn't even have a 3-drop. Oofda.
And Mana Leak's gonna be a...
No, Mana Leak's not going to do anything. I mean, if he draws a line, he can play Huntmaster.
Oh, and he has Cavern. Yeah. He has Cavern Pod, so you're right.
Yeah.
Mana Leak's a little bit irrelevant. I'm actually surprised the Mana Leak stayed in. Usually against these Cavern
Especially on the draw.
decks. Yeah.
When you're against Thalia.
I guess he's concerned about Bonfire at the end.
Yeah, it's good to have protection against that card.
And
All right.
Eric Holmes unfortunately draws a Copperline Gorge, which
Not
comes into play tapped. So.
Yeah. Well, what he can do is he can pod away this Elvish Visionary for a Blade Splicer. That is only his only 3.
Borderline Ranger.
And a Borderline Ranger, yeah. He could get an additional land if he wants it. I don't really know how important that is. I think I would just want as many power and toughnesses on the board as I possibly can.
I don't know. I mean, he has the Copperline Gorge in hand, so it's pretty dependent on what's in his hand. For example, like if there's a Geist Honor Monk in his hand to go with it, then I think you'd rather get Borderline Ranger.
And getting Borderline Ranger allows you to play Huntmaster and sack and go get a Geist Monk next turn, where the extra land actually doesn't do that. So yeah, you could be right.
Alright, so potting away the Selfish Visionary. Let's see, is he going to grab himself a Blade Splicer? Or perhaps he has a Thragtusk in hand, in which case he may also want to grab this Borderline Ranger.
Such a tough decision. It's a tough decision, especially when you're on such a low clock. Like this turn, he's going to drop down to 6, then he's going to put a Huntmaster. He's going to gain 2 life, going up to 8, then dropping to 2, and then even if he gains 5, if Mike has any way to deal 1 damage, which, well, he's playing Delver.
Yeah.
That's the game. So Eric really, like, I think he needs a Borderline Ranger to find that mountain. I guess no, never mind. He did draw Copperline Gorge. He does have a red source for Bonfire. But yeah, if he didn't have that, he would need a mountain to be able to try to Miracle. No. Oh, yeah, that's... I'm trying to look through his deck to make sure his Bonfires are still in. I think I saw one. Okay, I definitely saw one.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take your Bonfires out against Delver.
For a while, I thought you did. Like, right at the beginning of the format, I thought you took your Bonfires out. Yeah, back when we were testing that deck for your PTQ. That's the first card I took out. I thought, well, hey, if I'm a Cavern of Souls creature deck, why am I playing this Bonfire? And then I realized that they take all their mana leaks out and you just blow them up with a Bonfire. Are you ready for an entire year of this? Just Bonfire madness?
Not looking forward to it, to be honest. It was fun when I was testing for that PTQ, but...
Alright, so Avacyn Pilgrim and Borderline Ranger come down. Do you see how Mike is just like, alright, take 6 every turn, and Eric is just kind of like dirtling? I like the Nyapod decks, but I just don't like how they're designed, because look at this, like, he's not interacting with the most popular deck in the format.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also a little strange, his land choice there. Like, playing the mountain, he's not going to do anything with that mountain, and he had the Copperline Gorge in hand, so now his Copperline Gorge is going to come into play.
He wanted to hide the information for no reason?
Yeah, so now if he wants to, have access to 6 mana next turn, he's not going to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. Or if he wants to, cast a 4-drop and activate Birthing Pod without paying life.
Sword of Feast and Famine now on the table, so that ruins all the math.
Yeah, that's...
That he still has enough.
Thank you, man.
Still has enough in play to.
Can he solve the mystery of how this game can be won, Mr. Holmes?
No.
Perhaps a descendant of the greatest mystery-solving.
He has been one-upped by Dr. Moriarty and the Delver madness that was created. Oh look, another Delver of Secrets. I do like how Mr. Holmes is fighting against a Delver of Secrets.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. I'm sorry, Eric Holmes, you did great this weekend, but this board position is just too much to get out of.
Can he phone a friend? Watson, what can I do?
Watson, I need some help. I do believe you should have miracled a Bonfire.
If he miracled Bonfire that turn, he probably wins this game.
He still has to make sure his acidic slams his deck, because any end of turn 1/1 into attack kills him. I guess if you find a Geist Monk can have a couple jump blockers.
Yeah, I mean, he could just go up the chain with the pod.
Yeah.
You do have enough time there. Because he was tapped out, so he couldn't have made the 1/1 the next turn.
Yep.
Attack.
Alright, yeah, it's a tough turn because Huntmaster doesn't get him out of this. Pain 2 life, I guess you can get a Geist Monk, but that's just chump blocking. I mean, it's a really tough turn. Like, there's just not a lot of decision trees that get him out of this.
I mean, if he had played the Copperline Gorge last turn, this turn he could gain 2, go up to 6, go find his Geist Monk.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he can still do that, but he has to pay a life.
Yeah, he has to pay 2 life.
Yeah.
between. Isn't that the difference between being dead on board, basically?
Well, yeah. But in this scenario, it's kind of interesting. Is there any way to get out of this form? And I can't think of one.
Where he is right now? Yeah, I don't think there is.
I mean, if he goes against Geist Hunter Monk, that puts him down to 4. I mean, or he stays at 4. If he flips with and has a Vapor Snag or anything, he's dead. And Mike hasn't even used that many spells this game. He still has a ton left.
And almost everything he's done has been pretty cantrippy. I guess it's not true. 4 or 5. So Mike only has 2 cards left in his hand at this point. 3 cards.
Yep.
Going purely on the number of cards he's drawn versus the number of cards that he's played. That's something that Sherlock Holmes would do.
You could figure it out.
Perhaps the great-great-grandfather of Eric Holmes. All right.
Yeah,
What you gonna do, Eric?
I think
he's thinking about conceding.
I mean, he's just getting his time in the spotlight. I've done it.
Have you, Brad?
Yeah. Just 2 more minutes, guys. Come on, don't concede yet. I want to do something sweet on camera. All right, here comes the Huntmaster, putting Eric Holmes back up to 6 life. And now he's going to pay 2 life. Oh.
He's thinking about attacking before activating pod. Not particularly relevant.
No. So he's going to now pay 2 life, go back down to 4, sacrifice his Huntmaster of the Fells, go get Geist Hunter Monk.
And I mean, even if he goes 6/7 here, he loses. He does still have the Inferno Titan in his deck, so I don't really know. I mean, he's gonna potentially have an extra turn from this guy's arm.
I mean, if Mike can't kill him, what he can end up doing is he can pot up a Restoration Angel as well to get 3 blockers in the air next turn. So it all depends on what's in Mike's hand. We know he has a Mana Leak, and he has 2 other cards.
Yes. So Mana Leak plus 2 cards, unless he's mulliganed, and then his Mana Leak plus 1 card. All right, and let's see what Mike has.
Yeah, this is the big turn.
Yes, a Thought Scour.
All right, that flips over the other Delver.
Now Eric Holmes will, at the very least, be going to 1, and a Vapor Snag or Gut Shot will be enough to end the game.
Or any removal spell.
Yeah.
If he finds one of his Dismembers. His 1 Dismember.
Snapcaster Mage also ends the game.
Yeah. There's
In fact, even the Moorland Haunt on the table will end the game next turn, despite even if Eric
He flipped
gets
a creature?
the full.
Did that Thought
Full
Scour flip a
value.
creature? I didn't see it. I was looking at the deck to see how many outs he had.
I guess here.
Alright, so block, take 3, go to 1.
Just 1. And
Alright. Alright, Mike just has to go. He is out of spells, but he still has 3 Insectile Aberrations swinging in. So now Eric Holmes does have the ability to sacrifice Borderland Ranger, getting Restoration Angel, blinking out the Geist Hunter Monk. But before that, he should go into combat. He needs to deal some damage.
yes, as much damage as he can here.
Well, actually, that's not true. I didn't see a creature, but I'm curious. Anyone tell us? Tweet at SCG Live if that Thought Scour pushed a creature into the graveyard.
Yeah, so here Eric gets to attack for 9. Right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on board. If he plays another guy, it becomes 10. Plays the Blade Splicer, it becomes 11.
Oh, and he just concedes. All right,
He could have survived longer just on board.
I mean, if he Restoration Angel, yeah.
Yeah.
If he Restoration Angel, he could have got there. But maybe
attack for 9.
Maybe there was a creature that got in there. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I mean, maybe the Thought Scour must have just hit a creature.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a guy in his opponent's graveyard, then he
Yeah.
was dead on board. So
It did not, though. Someone said it did not. And I'm going to believe him because he did say it on the internet.
yeah, I mean, when has anybody ever lied on the internet?
Never. It just doesn't happen. But welcome back to the booth, guys. We are going to have a Delver on Infect Finals. This is exactly where Delver wants to be. This is not where Infect wants to be. Let's just take a look. I'm just going to list off the entire Delver list so you guys... I know, you guys have that at home. Sorry, yeah. They're up already. We don't need that. Go check out the deck list. Top 16 are up. Glenn Jones worked really hard to get that there. And we do have a winner, though.
Ooh.
The answer was Rancor.
The answer was Rancor.
We should give him a hard one in the finals.
Okay.
Give him a hard
I'm in.
one. Okay. All right. But your answer is Colin Durham at rhythm_devil. Good, congratulations. You are going to win 6 months of premium. We will send you some information, and you're going to be able to read and watch articles and videos, respectfully, of me, of Jake, of a bunch of other people. We've got... I've said the list. There's so many people. Just go talk to them. There's too many people to
learn a lot
say.
about Magic. Read it.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, I can put my voice back up again. I forgot. There's no match going on, and people are coming in. Yeah, I don't have to be quiet anymore.
Yeah, we can once again be loud.
Choi, I'm
and
done
exciting.
being quiet.